Hello game fans! Now, Gods Will Be Watching is a game about tough decisions. Should I shoot a hostage in the knee in order to scare the other ones so they don't escape? Should I provoke my captor and risk having my teeth pulled out just so I survive another day? Or should I shoot and eat the whiny guy or the dog? These are the kind of tough decisions that you will have to make in Gods Will Be Watching. Now, Gods Will Be Watching is a point-and-click adventure, all set in chapters. The graphics are very much reminiscent of the old Monkey Island games. But is this game a free choice, all that we hoped it was going to be, or is it a laborious adventure of trial and error? Here is my review of Gods Will Be Watching. The illusion of choice in video games is something that interests me a lot. When writing a story-driven game, developers need to cater for every eventuality. What if the player turns left instead of right? What if you shoot an ally in the face instead of listen to his dialogue? The player needs to think that he controls the show and that it is his decisions that ultimately decide the fate of the situation, the fate of the world, the fate of the universe, or whatever. In recent times, the Telltale games have used choice very interestingly to create a compelling formula to great success. Gods Will Be Watching is all about choice, and more importantly, about tough choices. It takes high pressure situations and breaks it down into the micro choices needed to survive that situation. From the initial hostage situation, when you decide whether or not to kneecap a hostage or to keep the others in line, or in the wilderness level when you choose to kill the moaner or kill the dog, which one will you do? Who knows? Each level is carefully crafted to last a certain time frame, and if you can stay alive and keep others alive for that time, you progress to the next set of grueling decisions. At the end of each play, you are graded by the gods themselves, as it uses global player statistics to show you how your decisions compare with the other people of the world. This makes for some very interesting after-death reading. Progression is satisfying as the overall game is just so damn hard. I chose a normal difficulty as I wanted to play it as the developer intended. However, the reason why this review took so long was the fact that it just took so long to complete it. After the 100th retry, I did reduce my playtime considerably in order to fit in other commitments, and I expect other casual gamers to do the same. The feeling of satisfaction upon completing a level though is massive. Sadly, this is mainly due to the fact that it's taken so long, and not really down to skill or learning the system. The story and dialogue is well written and very intriguing, and whilst I admire what the developers are trying to achieve, it sometimes feels a lot more like trial and error in order to progress more than just working the actual situation. Overall, I feel bad about highlighting this game's failings because I never tire of telling my friends about the sheer hardcore nature of it. Graphics are retro but very, very cool, the choices are grim, and it's unlike anything you will have ever played in a very long time. There is fun and enjoyment to be had in this game, but patience and hard work is required to find it. The premise is great and I love the choice of scenarios that you are put in. However, despite its polished look and its well written story, the trial and error nature will be just too much for many to handle. This game will drive you to pull your own hair out, which might actually break the illusion of that all-important choice aspect of the game. If you're a bit of a hardcore gamer and you fancy a challenge, then Gods Will Be Watching it certainly is that. But if you are more of a casual gamer, then you might find yourself putting this down after the first couple of levels.
Finish him!
If you want more, don't forget to like, comment or subscribe, or click the link for even more reviews.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible